Pete'sTools.com.
G'day guys, Pete here again. Ooh, my table's a bit wonky there, guys. See that? I better sort that out, I think. Hold on. Oh, I sorted that table out, guys. Don't know what happened there, but we were a bit more steady this time. Anyway, guys, mucking around the shed the other day and went to turn the old welder on, and the bloody drive motor wouldn't drive. So then I spent about 3/4 of the day with my bloody multimeter looking at shit that I didn't really understand, and then I realised it was just a really quick fix, and yeah, I was kicking myself. So anyway, guys, this is just a little quick video so you guys don't end up in the same trouble. So instead of you doing what I did, guys, and wasted half a day, I just got a couple of quick tips for you just to check before you take your bloody machine into the shop, because you shouldn't really be playing around with this anyway unless you're an electrician, and I certainly ain't no electrician. Anyway, guys, same as usual, you like my videos, subscribe, drop me a like, drop me a comment, even come say good day in the comments below if you want. And yeah, let's see what I'm on about today, eh? So like I say, guys, you know, I went and pulled the trigger and bloody nothing happens, and it just really annoyed me. So well, I just grabbed the multimeter, of course, and I shot straight around the other side, and then I started poking and prodding at things, and yeah, what you need to do is this first that I realised anyway, guys. So if we're looking here, guys, this is just the back of the Euro fitting, and the Euro fitting, it doesn't really matter if you've got a Euro fitting or you haven't. Yours might be solidly wired into your welder, but mine's just got the fitting that you can unplug, but it's basically the same thing. So first of all, guys, what I'd do if you've got trouble with your drive motor is check there. You'll see a couple of wires coming out here, and this is just normally quite low voltage. So mine's about 36 volt, I think. So if you check the two wires coming out here, and these are just the wires for your switch on your torch, on your mid-gun torch. So if you just follow them round and follow them round to the other side of the circuit, and just make sure that this is still plugged in. So we're just on the other side of the welder here, guys. I've taken the back off it. This is the two wires that I showed you before. It's just in a little white case here. So it goes up here, and you can see them here, the two black wires that I had here. The low voltage switch wires. If we just trace those wires back into the circuit board, which they go in up here. And before you do this, guys, unplug your machine, of course. You don't want to be zapping yourself, and if you don't feel comfortable doing it, don't do it at all. Just take it into the shop. But anyway, just check that the plug here is plugged firmly into the circuit board up here. And because that would be a really easy fix. I thought, yeah, that'll be it because of the vibration in the wire, but it wasn't, of course, because it wasn't an easy fix. Of course it wasn't, Pete. Anyway, that would be the first thing I check, guys. Now the next thing I'd check would be see if you've got any fuses. Like I've got a fuse right there that I didn't even know I had. If you have a look there, guys, there's a fuse in here. Now I don't really know what it's for, so what I did is I just took it out, I replaced it, put it back in, but it made no bloody difference. So just check that all your fuses are good before you go any further. Then what I discovered was this, guys. Mine has got a wire check here and a gas check. I don't know if your welder will be the same, but you may have a button. Just check above the drive motor here to see if you've got a check button. If you haven't got a check button, I'll show you another way to do it. What this is doing is it's actually checking the motor before it gets to your torch, if you understand what I'm saying. So if we go wire check, look at that. It's working. So what that's telling me is it must be my torch, because this is before the torch. So what I need to do now, guys, if you haven't got a wire check like this, but you've got a Euro fitting on your torch, I'll show you how to check it. So I'll show you what I mean again, guys. If I check it here, wire check, see that's turning. But if I push the button on my torch like this, see it's not turning. So what it's doing is it's checking the circuitry before it gets to the torch. So what this is leading me to believe is the problem is in the torch. But I'll show you another way. Like I said, I'll show you another way. So like I said, guys, mine's got a Euro fitting on it, which is this thing here, of course. So that controls the torch, the switch and everything. So we'll just pull that out of there. Cut the wire off like so. So if you haven't got one of those switches to check, guys, like I say, pull the Euro fitting off, and if you're looking here, you see here, this is where the gas comes out. This is where the wire comes through, and this here is your on-off switch on your torch. So what you need to do, guys, grab an old bit of welding wire like this and just push it together. Just push it together like so. So what we need to do, guys, is grab this piece of wire that we just made and poke it in the two connectors here for your switch on your torch. What that'll do is trick your welder into thinking that your torch is turned on, and we'll see if it works. Look at that. See that, guys? That's actually working. So what it's telling us is that there's a problem between here and my torch. It's either the wire running up to the switch, or it's the switch and the torch itself. So guys, if we pull this torch to bits, we'll see what we find, eh? It's got to be the torch. Alright, let's see what we've got. There we go, switch. There we go, look. Can you see that, guys? The bottom of the switch has just come unclipped. The other day I friggin' whacked this thing on the ground and I think it jerked the wire. So there you go. Now I remember I should have gone there in the friggin' first place. Anyway guys, put that back in there like that and we'll see if it works. Them up like that. Make sure I don't pull those wires out again, Pete. Sometimes, guys, just the littlest, stupidest things can just wind you up and just. And then you spend half a day with a multimeter where you shouldn't be. You know what I mean? So look for the easiest solutions first, guys. That's what I'd do. Put that back in here. Put the back on. Slide them on like that. Oh yeah, kick it in the guts, Pete. See if it goes. Alright, will it work? Look at that. Yeehaw, Grandma. Just a simple fix, eh? But like I say, it just drives you crazy. Anyway guys, I hope that helped you out a little bit. Don't be like me and silly bugger and spend half a day looking at shit that you shouldn't be. Just go to the most obvious thing first. Anyway guys, same as usual, you like my videos, subscribe, drop me a like, drop me a comment, and we'll see you next time, eh? Bye.
Pete'sTools.com